Oh, this is a lot of information. I don't know. Maybe I have to split series or something and just talk about. I mean, I should. I should. Just like always, uh, I move a step forward. I actually put a question mark on the clock. If you notice, used to be one. Now I don't know. I don't know if we live in socialism. We certainly do value friendship. Friendship is super fucking magical thing. Friendship, the way you use friendship again, you consume friends for what it's worth, and it's a good thing to consume friendships. It's a good thing to have trades that benefit both parties, have agreements that work for a certain period of time. And most of the time, friendships are gonna fade because, well, it's really hard to survive in the world, and the world is always changing, and because of the relationships and jobs being rocket science, you're always gonna uh, move, or your friends are gonna move to seek better education, better jobs, better way of life, whatever that means. They're gonna be forced to go into army or whatever. There are all kinds of circumstances. They're just gonna split you apart from friends and people you know. I mean, there's really no other way of calling them besides friends. So, anyways, this is how you have to look at it. You have to consume friendships, and you might actually, whenever you feel the threat of your friend leaving, you actually have to do something together. I mean, this is pretty important. I guess this is what school after parties are about. Uh, Let me put a statement. So we finish school, we have this party where with our classmates, some other classes join in, but most importantly, the second night, which is basically the last time, the last hours of the party, Monica fucking shows up with her friends. Even worse, she decides to sleep over me, and I hear a conversation about my book. And one girl even says that, oh, I would love for someone to write a book about me. And Monica's like, fuck, shut the fuck up. Because it is embarrassing. It is kind of exposing Monica for actually liking me, for actually caring about me. And most importantly, what exposes her the most is the comment that she said to me. You're an interesting person. I just don't like you as a boyfriend. And it's like, that's the stupidest thing someone can say. You're an interesting person, but I don't like you as a boyfriend. You know what you do when you find an interesting person? You hang out with them. You just you just satisfy your interests. That's all. That's all you need to do. I mean, it's not that hard. And then when you satisfy your interests, you figure out what do you do next. I might have a lot of interests, right? And the fact that I actually interested Monica in whatever fucking way that I did, that is fucking amazing. That's exactly the goal. I was curious about her, and if she was curious about me, like, whoa, blew my mind, right? And I let that comment slip because I was so focused on learning as much as possible. I let it slip until the day that I wanted to kill myself. Ugh. And I started realizing, oh shit, she lied. She actually cared about me. I had a crush on her, and my life wasn't a joke. I actually had a very, very good opportunity if I just knew what the principles of love and relationships are. Ah, ah. And now I know why a lot of people fail at this. This is very difficult. This is very complicated. And the definitions are very twisted of what a boyfriend is. It's just a friend. It's just the different gender type of friend which you're willing to be interested in, even though there is a lot of pressure. The fact that, oh, you're interested in that person, and you probably guys a girlfriend or boyfriend. Sure, I have a boyfriend. Yeah, I have a boyfriend doesn't mean anything anymore. That shit doesn't mean anything. It's, oh, well, congratulations, you have enough courage to like a different gender than you are, and that's a lot of courage. And I don't care to hear any sexism reason. Fuck off, leftists. That's a lot of courage for a girl to talk to. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right there? To do porn to make money? Anyone can do that. To genuinely want to approach a person, we know how hard it is to approach girls. Again, if you want to make a family, just bullshit. If you want something, some arbitrary thing, approaching women is just, shit. Anyone can do it. It's just cheese, right? Everyone is calling it cheese. It's like, of course, rats love cheese. This is amazing. Holy shit. And the whole point of being a rat is that you don't actually have good intentions. You don't want to love a person. You just came here for the cheese. Right? All this, you call me beautiful, and what do you fucking want from me? Is like, no, I'm just interested. That would be fucking beautiful. But other than that, yeah, you find something really, really interesting about a person and you just want to get to know them. It's a fucking beautiful thing. If you find someone interested, go get them, right? That's it. So again, Monica said, oh, you're an interesting person, but I don't like you as a boyfriend. You don't look into the future and you don't look at people as boyfriend and girlfriend and think that these definitions mean something, that, oh, it's just a potential wife and a husband. All of this is arbitrary. Families are arbitrary, making children are arbitrary. You can survive on your own. You don't have to create a system of family just to and think of life of a certain way, to think of relationships as bondage. All of this shit is bullshit. I don't know where it came from, but that's not what I want, right? And we're not bound by these fucking rules that society just put chains out of nowhere, traditions and habits that everyone has. Like, when you learn how many stupid habits people have just following authority of the past, they're just chained into some insanities. Oh my god, it's like this flat earth can never be established anymore as a concept that actually makes sense. Like, people are just laughing at it, and you don't laugh. Don't disrespect authority. Flat earth deserves respect. And even Mark Passio, he's sort of laughing at it, sort of making it seem stupid because he doesn't believe it one bit of what flat earth represents. So it kind of destroys his whole purpose of his whole fucking work of just putting everything together, not really putting everything together. But it's still very interesting, and I would love to expose Mark Passio, essentially. But he does captivate me with a lot of decent information and a lot of insights. Little insights, nuggets of how funny language is and where it comes from. And the fact that he certainly knows that Satanism is kind of ruling the world, and there's a lot of deep shit going on with that as well, with the world of vampires, which is the whole point of the episode. I've said previously that Monica is, in fact, a vampire, had, in fact, a strategy of just sort of ignoring me, staring me from the backside, right? As if looking back at me. What the fuck do you want? Maybe even uh, su- sung a song about Monica, essentially. You know, Baxter. I don't know. And the weirdest part is I was singing that song. Monica actually left the whole fucking school. Is it like, well, what the fuck just happened? What a weird coincidence. But anyways, because in a way I kind of wanted to impress her in a way, right? But now like realizing the world of vampires, oh, it just hurts my head. It's like the vampire personality is about reading people. It's about science. And science is different from technology in this case. I love technology. I hate science. I build technology. And science is more or less the the best thing is just, yeah, I just test and I make sure that the information I have is somewhat correct. But I love lying to myself as well. I mean, there's no problem in lying to myself. I actually love making mistakes too, and making a lot of hypotheses that just creating a whole range of hypotheses just to see how wrong I can actually be when it comes to reality. So I love anticipation as well. I don't think science loves anticipation necessarily. I don't think science takes time. Again, it's just kind of different from technology. Technology loves anticipation because the most important part is it takes so much time to actually build new technology and invent new things, and again test and find, discover, like all this stuff is just, there is some kind of division between science and technology, and I think this statement is going to clear things up. Science are mostly observers and manipulators. Again, you're gonna get punched by science. You're gonna get harmed in general. And you are going to become a source of data. You are going to become a rat to science. They are gonna put you in a rat cage, treat you like a rat, harm you most of the time, mostly harm you, so they would have a rat to test. If you're like me and you're a creepy rat, basically, it's like, ugh, you know, we only want those cute little lab rats, you know, cute little white lab rats that are willing to make themselves feel good for the sake of complying to our experiments. And we want rats that are compliant to authority, most importantly. Because the experiments don't really work when rats just want to kind of kill themselves. So the moment I said I want to kill myself, the vampire just swoops in and is like, hey, where do you think you're going from? And I'm like, oh. You know what? I was running this ninja series and I kind of want to kick vampire ass. And now that you showed off and you actually made me popular amongst vampires and amongst every other type of demon there is out there, any type of Satanist out there. Holy shit! My world has changed. And that vampire that attacked me made a huge mistake of exposing himself. So basically, you know, creepers, they beat vampires, and I have proven that. I have survived. It was so fucking hard to survive. And most importantly, you know, you have to give consent to be a slave and whatever. they really don't want you to kill yourself. Oh no, don't do that. Vampires hate that. And okay, I love it. And I actually made a huge mistake by thinking that my life is kind of worthless, because immediately afterwards my life just kind of fixes itself up. It's still gonna be really hard to bring myself back up, but I think everything is going to accelerate pretty damn fast as I uncover more and more twisted stuff about my life. Like, what the fuck is this Doki Doki thing? What the fuck is Monica? Why the PewDiePie song about Monica is? How am I related to PewDiePie? Does he know about me? What's going on? I'm trying to expose him, but like, oh, he's closer than ever before, and now I really want to punch him in the face because like, hey, I'm not participating in your size. I didn't give consent to that shit. And God said some weird things about PewDiePie, just confused the shit out of me. I hope it in the end it makes sense. God says that I was the series, but like that I was Donald Trump. It's sort of, again, it's a play of metaphors. In the end, I supposed to like solve this entire puzzle again, and like put the God himself spoke to me, just kind of blew my mind right there. Yeah. The only thing I can remind myself is just parallels matter. The whole thing that I was doing, the building of this fucking weird story, now this is quite a weapon for me to defend myself. This is why I don't like Mark Passio. He presents all this information as it's very raw and uncompiled information. I would say it's really hard to actually put together of what am I fucking supposed to do. Besides, yeah, there is a rule that you shouldn't be a slave. You should stand up for yourself. You should make sure that you're not put in some eternal slavery or an eternal Tsukiyomi from Naruto. You must make sure that in that position you fight to the death, because you're already dead if you're a slave. You must fight to the death at this point. If you find out that you are a slave, that everything that you have is being taken away from you, that's what I did. I fought back. I had nothing, and that's the best thing ever, is fighting back to get what you really need. What I really needed is to get my computer back. I broke into my home, realizing that, oh, that was fucking stupid. I probably had a key. But in the end, parallels matter, meaning that God spoke to me. It's just so hard to actually grasp the whole fucking event, and I will have to talk about it over and over again until it all makes sense. It felt like the worst day of my life and the best day of my life, because it's over. The suffering is over. I survived, and I am going to be able to move forward into better and better life from this point onward. That's how I feel about this. The world of vampires. They can suck me as much as they want. You know what happens when you try to suck on a creeper? Creepers are specifically designed to be green dicks. Weird, right? They're sort of like a nature's little mistake that comes from Minecraft. It almost feels like Notch really intended to create a creeper. No, he didn't make a mistake of a pig, but it's sort of related. Pigs and creepers, yeah, whatever, related. But it's so fucking satisfying, Green little dicks. Vampires try to suck that green dick, and they just explode like a mango, because that's their main goal, just to explode with that creepy little teeth. She's like, fuck yeah. Explode, man, into vampire's face, and that's what they did. They attacked me, I explode, and it's just fucking dead. And I'm a creeper. I just a bunch of roots. I ought to explode if I'm attacked. I ought to bring myself back together again. Like a fucking cell. Right? I can just put back myself together again. No problem. But the vampire who attacks me, who tried to suck the living force out of me, since I give up on life at this point. And again, it was sort of a lie that I'm giving up on life. It was sort of a very well crafted lie that drew him in and tricked him. And he loves to be a trickster. He loves to lie and deceive and all this stuff, to the point to just kind of, just like Monica, they look back at you and they see what you're gonna do, what you really care about. Because they lie in order to remove importance from everything, so they would be able to observe what is important to you. That's the whole fucking point, and this is why creepers win, because they want things. I want things. I want to build technology. That's what's important to me, and they kind of stop me from doing that. It's actually, their ability to observe is actually very scary for them, because they see what I want, and they see that, they really see what I want, and they're scared of that. They see that they're my enemy. I think there's a lot of things to explore and expand on how creepers kill vampires. Just so many ways. And most importantly, what vampires are is just people who are trying to be nice, trying to be friendly to everyone, trying to be like PewDiePie, who, oh, I'm super friendly, everyone subscribe to me and whatever. I want to make all the friends in the world. I want to be the highest authority in the world, known by everyone. But it's not like PewDiePie is going to subscribe to you. It's not like PewDiePie actually will care about you. He might care about some cultural things. Suka blat. Going into Indians. He did have some Indian bullshit before T-Series even blew up. He had some fucking Indian banner put out. Like he's doing some cultural nonsense. That's what wind people do, again, and that's what I encountered. Drawing smiley faces, asking me to smile. It's just what authority does. It just plays around, tries to appeal to you, tries to get to know you, so they could appeal to you, so they could emotionally make you comfortable about them, while at the same time hiding the fact that they just try to manipulate you. Because as you're comfortable, you're gonna sort of consent to a lot of stupid things that they just want you to consent to. So whatever. There's a lot more. You bet there's a lot more. Oh my god, it's hard to fucking shut up. But hey, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I can't wait to finish the 100 episode series. I can't wait to fix my shit on the engine part as well. There's a lot of shit to fix. I really want to release the episode 20 at some point. There's just a lot of shit happening in my life. It's really hard to find time and even courage to actually fix stuff. Anyways, see you guys next time.